Welcome to Nothing to Fear podcast. I go by the name Chris Blanca Pro. I started this podcast to share my untold story, my truths, and my journey, and my close relationship to Jesus Christ. And I want you to create a life on your own terms. We always have a choice. This podcast is about career, hustle, perseverance, manifestation, fun, sport, entertainment, relationship goals, and making it happen on your terms.
Hey, welcome back to the Nothing to Fear podcast. I go by the name of Blanca Pro, but today I get my producer. My producer's on set because we're gonna have a very special sports discussion today. How are you doing, my brother?
I'm good. For everyone that doesn't know, how you doing? My name is Anton.
Yep.
I'm in Out the Wood Studio over here at the Grooming Gallery. You know, doing it up. I'm a photographer, videographer. You know, making big moves out here. Definitely. So it's a pleasure to be here with you through this journey. It's been a long one and a good one, tiring one, but also still a good one. But we're making it work.
Yes, sir. Let's do it.
My man.
Blessings, man.
Yes, every day.
Yeah. So, you discuss about what you have going on, a photographer, creator, editor, and you have the event space. Anybody want to tap in? Want to keep a nice little small gathering up close and personal?
Mm-hmm.
Hit up my man.
Hit me up. Anytime.
Studio.
You know, photos, events, whatever you want, I got it. Got it.
Facts.
Got it.
So today is episode 18. Oh my God. We're counting, brother. We're doing it.
Is it 18? I thought it was 19.
Nah, it's 18.
It's 18?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yep. Positive. Remember last week we have the problem with I make a mistake with the number. And I say 7 when I should say 17.
Yeah, right. Okay. Got it.
Yeah. So, yeah, today is a special edition because we haven't been speaking about sports for a while since my last co-host, wasn't here. We never dabble into it, but I think I see the necessary of dabbling into it today because everyone is talking about this. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Bronny, get drafted at 55, and the same team with his dad.
That's big.
That's
big. I mean, granted, he did fall short on the list, and given from what I saw from training and going through when they go through the process of picking their players and everything else, that he was putting up some decent numbers. But I will say he still has a lot of work to do. He has a lot of work to do. But he's young. He's a young man coming into the game, So, he's figuring it out like everyone else would.
Number one, let's talk about this kid. Had a cardiac arrest.
Did what?
He had a cardiac arrest. Remember, he was unconscious for.
Oh yeah.
During the game, the practice game. Yeah. That's the same kid we're talking about here.
I know.
But let's put LeBron aside, and let's give Bronny his flowers, because when LeBron is when we need LeBron, we're gonna talk about LeBron.
Yeah.
Okay, we're talking about Bronny, the kid, LeBron's son. You know what I mean? Cause he have to create his own path. Mm-hmm. My opinion, I believe he have to create his own path, and I don't think Bronny. I don't think you need to fill your dad's shoes or any of that. I don't think you need to just do you and bring the best out of you.
Well, I mean, that's easy to say when you're still playing in college and high school and you're still not in the big leagues. But we're talking about the NBA, where his father has built a legacy, like a tremendous, crazy, great legacy.
Yeah, which is
of the work that he's put in, the championships that he's gotten, the stats that he's put up over the years. Like Bronny may not care to right now, or may not be thinking about it right now, but overall the pressure, there's going to come a time where that pressure is going to hit him, because you're still being viewed as junior, James Jr. And are you the next of your dad? Like, are you the next LeBron? Because some even say that his other brother's better in some cases. That's the crazy part that no one really talks about. So it's like he has big shoes to fill. Because it's a legacy that's built over 20 years. You can't just not
Um,
mindset.
me, I agree to disagree because, like I said, I'm gonna repeat it. I think Bronny, I think you just need to focus on what you want to bring to the basketball and where you want to be good. Remember, he did not come out of college with that hype that his dad had. So it just happened that his dad is in the NBA, and it's gonna be easier for him because I think he already was teaching him
Of
what to
course.
expect. Upon the arrival, and I think that kid is handling it well. By the way, anyway, let's not
Okay.
let's not let's talk about the father son dynamic in professional sport and how the impact it does and the discussion and the backlash and all the things that are happening right now. Let's double into that.
All right. All right. I mean, for what I understand, this will be the first father son on one team. Most most of the players or most players that come in, they usually have their dads on the team, but then they end up retiring, and then the son will come afterwards to play, eventually, but never actually playing at the same time, which is going to make for an interesting dynamic between the two. Because now it's like while Bronny's trying to become his own individual player, you're now also playing under your father, which is also the captain of your team. He's your dad and the lead starter of your team. So like the pressure for him is going to be really try to how to balance out work, work and family balance. Because now I kind of have to listen to you on the team, but then at the same time it's like you're still my dad. So it's like that still like that underlying tone of emotions. Like damn, you're my dad. I got to listen to you, but you're also my captain of my team. So it's like it's gonna be an interesting dynamic. It's gonna be an interesting dynamic between the two.
Let's talk
Definitely
about
some friction in the beginning.
let's talk about the power behind this. They call it nepotism. LeBron uses power to get his son in the league, and for me, I ain't got no problem with that. You know what I mean? Because it's a big thing for our culture, and it's a start, and we could say it's one down because LeBron make it easier for the next person
Mm-hmm.
who's gonna fall in that category. You know what I mean, so it's one down, and we're doing good, and we're growing as a culture, and please, guys, please support the movements. I cut a lot of my clientele, and 90% of them agree with the move that LeBron make, and what I mean, like 1%, 10% is against. And when we start having discussion, and I start pointing out certain things with them, right? I start breaking down on how important it is and how powerful it is for us as a culture. They start understanding. So
Why do you think it's such a big deal that people are like why are people such in arms about LeBron using his influence to have his son on the same team?
yeah,
I would like I don't know, for me I think any father would want to do that for any of his kids.
of course.
Everyone's like, oh my god, like this is like LeBron is using his power to get his son a team. His son's not really that good in the first place, but why should that matter if he uses his power? That's what, like you said, that's supposed to be doing that. You
Of
know?
course, that's automatic, and I could tell you scenarios of things that doesn't happen because it's happening in regular people life. Like, I mean, I know quite a few person that their dad work for MT and their dad get them into the NPA. That's power. Use it.
Exactly.
I mean, use your power to do it for your kids. There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, I don't know if you have any scenario where anything happened between you and your dad where you could, pitch
Oh,
something in there.
absolutely. My father uses influence at the. So my first ever job was at a hospital.
Yeah.
He was working there for about 20 years before he put me on. But he built a relationship with everyone at the job. With especially supervisors and upper management from all the different departments. And when it came time for me to get a job at 18, it was like I walked through the door
That's
because he already built that status where people took him at his word. Like he's good for it. He's good for it. You know what I mean? He's good for it. And it was like, you know what?
the trust is instinct.
Exactly. They trust his instinct.
And it uses power to get you in there. Why not?
Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not gonna lie. His instincts were a little off.
Huh?
I was an 18-year-old kid, so I kind of fucked around a little bit while I was there.
Yeah.
This is my first ever job at 18. First job.
Yeah.
Never worked before, and I'm working at a hospital. in a very serious environment.
Yep.
And I didn't understand the importance of a lot of things at that time. 'Cause who really does at that age? But I still appreciate the time I had then, and the time I spent there, and it was a great experience. I learned a lot. I saw a lot that I'm not going to go into. That nothing crazy, nothing bad on that. I got to witness a lot of procedures. That was very eye opening to me. But yeah, my father used an experience to give me a job, my other brother a job, and my other brother Steven got a job there.
That's fire.
Yeah.
I mean, and that's nothing that nobody would know because we're nobody. Nobody would know that.
Oh.
So we're gonna use the Bronny situation with his dad and compare it with everything else. And trust me when I tell you that I support that thing 150%, man.
Absolutely.
I mean, because I'm not because I'm a LeBron James fan, and not because LeBron James is the GOAT. You know what I mean? So, I mean, you may have something else to say about that, but that's my GOAT. You know what I mean? I appreciate what he did over the whole period of time that I watch him in the NBA, and trust me, LeBron, man, I respect you a lot.
Nah, LeBron.
Keep it up, man.
LeBron he's put in that work, and he's earned everything he's got and everything he's accomplished. I can't even, as much as I can, I may want to, I just don't want to sound like I'm on a bandwagon. That's what it really is. I don't want to be like, okay, I'm about LeBron because everyone's about LeBron. And that's what makes me be like, nah, I'm good.
It's not a bandwagon.
I can't even I can't say anything bad about the guy.
Oh, what are you gonna say, bro?
Like what he does between his skill on the court and then what he does for his community back home.
Come on, man.
It's like,
come on, man. Come on.
He's great. He's great. We need to have a picture of him here instead, man. Right now, man.
There's discussions in the sport media that the impact is gonna have on his legacy, and for me, it's already cemented his legacy by him getting his son into the NBA.
Legacy's good.
You know what I mean? So all the rest is up to Bronny. Bronny, go do your thing. You know what I mean? And just live in your lane and just you know what I mean? I think you have the guidance right there by you. You know what I mean? All you have to do is just listen and follow through. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right now, Bronny is gonna, until he creates his own identity in the league.
Exactly.
He's going to be looked at as his father's kid.
Of course.
And that's just until he has his breakout season. I mean, a really phenomenal breakout season or two. You know what I mean? Where like he really did it, and he was the leader of the team, and not his dad. Because that's what we ultimately want to see. Is it's like LeBron slowly starts to put down, like his stats become lower because his son is actually taking up more of the work.
Yeah.
That's how you witness passing of the torch. You know what I'm saying? So all his father did was literally do what any dad or any family member would do.
Was supposed to do.
Was exactly pass on the torch. LeBron's time is done. He's about over.
Yeah, he's right there.
He got about I think he signed a 2-year contract.
Yeah.
At best, if nothing goes wrong, he may got another 3 after that.
Nah.
Maybe 3 after.
No. He ain't got more.
I said maybe.
Those 2. That's it.
I said maybe.
I see. Remember, LeBron have a kid in high school right now.
No, okay, so why? But why I said 3 is because if that's what I'm saying. If Bronny picks up the slack, it gives LeBron time to rest, which then can give him the extra couple years. Maybe I said maybe.
I don't see him doing that. I don't see him doing that. He don't need to. He must right now. What he need to do is to guide Bronny and try to win at least one more before he goes.
That'll be lit.
And
if they get a chip together,
once you get that one, LeBron, with all of that, all the accolades.
Yeah, that's it.
The argument is done.
It's done.
I mean, the argument is still a discussion. You know what I mean? Because Michael Jordan, come on.
2 different time periods, though.
Come on, man. It's Kobe Bryant. You know what I mean?
Okay.
A lot of people don't want to talk about Kobe Bryant, but I have to. That's one of my favorite players in the league. You know what I mean? Because of his work ethics and the way he go about things. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna tell you that he do everything perfect. You know what I mean? But on the court, I respect that guy. You know? Yeah. I can't tell you about his off-court life. His off-court life was coming to the public during his retirement, and the little that I see, come on, man. Yeah. Kobe Bryant, man, all day, Black Mambo.
You right.
You know I mean?
You right.
Yeah, man. I have a lot of respect for him, man. You know what I mean?
Chris, real quick though, before we continue, we're gonna take a little quick commercial break.
Okay.
No commercial. I'm sorry, but we're gonna take a little break. We'll be right back. All right, guys.
Or we still get that. We
We're
still
gonna,
get
we're
that
gonna,
commercial.
I'm gonna get back to that.
You know what I'm saying? We still get that
Oh,
commercial.
absolutely.
Numbers going
I
on.
believe that wholeheartedly. Yes, we are. Yes, we are.
All right. Yeah, welcome back. We're back. Finish our discussion that we left off. This discussion I really want to have before we finish off the day. Like I want to discuss is career potential, is trajectory. You know what I mean? The pressure of living up to that expectation. How do you look at that? Because you were saying something earlier. So
Um, what I mentioned earlier is it's ultimately going to come down to how he handles the pressure of the media
mhm,
and the attention, because it is different being LeBron's son in high school and in school versus being LeBron's son in the NBA. That's two different types of pressures.
mhm,
Because
agree.
it went from you being amongst your peers and your classmates and people like your age
Mhm.
to now you're literally on the world stage where everyone knows who your dad is around the world, and now they're going to automatically put you in a category of can you be that guy?
I'm gonna say this right.
So it's really
Remember,
hard.
it's of course I will view it like that from outside looking in, but remember that's LeBron's son. They have great relationship. He grew up in the same household. LeBron have to be his idol.
I
You know what I
understand.
mean? And I know LeBron been preparing him before this because that was the goal to get to the NBA. I'm gonna get you in the NBA regardless of what. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna tell her that it's not hard. I think the hardest part of it is to get on the court and get a touch of the ball. Cause just like he say it's butterflies. You know what I mean, it's just like me starting this podcast. Remember how many takes we had to have?
This is true.
It's not like I didn't know what to do and what to say, but I never used to the camera be in front of me.
No,
I mean, I'm thinking about what people are gonna think and how people is gonna look at it, and is people is gonna accept it. Those are the little butterfly. You know what I mean? But doing this consistently, I get better at it. You know what I mean? So I think that's the only obstacle he have to face is just get out there, get the ball in his hands, and do something with it. And he played great defense. You know what I mean? So you see him. I don't know if you watch a game, but I watch it. You know what I mean? I prioritize to watch that game. You know what I mean? And I know there's gonna be a lot of pressure because of your opponent and what they look at you as and how they want to see you end up. Because I know there's gonna be a lot of people guarding you like hell, which is only right. You're LeBron James' son. They don't want you to get it the easy way, so you have to figure it out and just make it happen. You understand what I'm saying?
I mean, hopefully he does, because at the end of the day, consistency is great, but consistency without the emotional foundation to withstand a lot of the scrutiny that he's going to have behind him, coming at him, I should say, it's going to really define whether it's going to break him or make him.
You're right.
Because that's what I'm saying. It's hard to tell now because we haven't seen the NBA game yet.
For now, the way I see he handle interviews and the way he talk,
he's excited to be there.
He's very excited. That's something
he's excited. He just got there, so he's good. Wait, give him at least half the season.
And we were talking about
Christmas.
We didn't talk about Bryce, and we were talking about LeBron James' contract. He signed a 2-year contract with an option, 1 year option. And what do you think? Bryce is in high school now. He's gonna go to college next year, and then he's gonna be eligible to come in the NBA. And he's a more dominant player.
And that's why I'm saying, if Bronny does his job the next 2 years, he's not gonna be an A1 A star. He might. We never know. I'm just saying, on looking at the whole thing is, if he can at least maintain a level of consistency where he can take a lot of the load off his father to let him rest more, it will give him that opportunity for LeBron to then maybe play another year or two in the league and have his other son come in as well. Now, as far as his other son coming in to play on the Lakers together with all three of them, I highly doubt that. Highly doubt that.
With the three of them in the NBA?
On the same team in the NBA.
No. It's not gonna happen.
That's not gonna happen.
I mean, I'm not gonna say never.
It's true because we didn't see this.
I'm not gonna say that.
But
I'm not
I solely really like 95% certain they're not gonna play on the same team.
Hopefully,
But
LeBron.
at least if they get to play against each other, that'd be a great thing to watch.
Hopefully, he'll be close to owning a team because that's one of his dreams. He want to own an NBA team. You know
I
what
would
mean?
love to see that though.
Yeah, that's
To see the
that's the
Bronny,
next big move, man.
Bronny and Bryce. Nah, the team is cool, but Bronny was Bryce is
On the same team,
no on different teams.
going
and
at each
play-
other's.
Yes.
Yeah,
And
that
it's
would
like,
be fire.
that's like having back in the day when you had
That would
Vince
be
Carter
fun.
and Tracy McGrady, the
Tracy
cousins.
McGrady, cousins.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
would be
and-
actually fire to see.
Yeah,
that.
you actually had this guy in the Knicks and his cousin. What's his name? Stephon Marbury and his cousin. What's his?
Oh,
They were cousins too. You know that,
I
right?
forgot his name. I forgot. His name.
Yeah, I can't remember his name. You know what I mean?
That would be dope to see. That would be dope to see. But if Bron can end up, manage his way to end up owning a team though in the NBA, which is difficult to do, because it's difficult to get in that club. It's I think who tried it before? I think it wasn't it like
Try what?
try to buy a team, own a team in the sporting league.
In the sporting league, D Wade is has shares in Utah Jazz. Jay-Z, remember Jay-Z had
Yeah,
you talking about sport player or you talking about?
I'm talking about people I'm talking about people look at us.
Yeah,
in sports
remember
team.
Jay-Z was big part of the Brooklyn Nets.
He was a spokesperson and he was an influencer.
But
he owned 5% of the team.
It doesn't matter though.
This is true, but I'm
Doesn't
talking
matter.
about one of us looking like us being real, like a real
Outright.
owner
Owner.
of the team.
Magic Johnson was trying for that,
He did try, and I
but
think-
he still owned the Dodgers though. You gotta remember that.
oh shit, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
So, you know what I mean, we're making moves. We're growing. bro.
Fine.
We're growing. We're trying. We're doing it. You know what I mean? And know what I mean? So this is the Nothing to Fear podcast. Discussion is about sport today. I hope you guys enjoy it. And don't look at it as a sport discussion, but look at it as reality and it's the most decorative career in Black history sports I ever witnessed. Because I never witnessed nothing better than that. You know what I mean, the whole story about it. That's what I'm saying. So this week is episode 18. Don't forget. Remember to share, like, and subscribe. You know what I mean? Leave a comment. You know what I mean? Bring someone to the community. I go by the name of Blanco Pro. And you know, every week I have my little spotlight, my little encouragement, my little motivation that I spread with the people. You know what I mean? So today is believe in oneself and knowing who you are. You know what I mean? And just go. Forget about everything else. Just go, focus, stay consistent, find something you love so you can get up every day with a purpose and go to work. And I have one more thing to say. Money can't make you. Suckers can break me. If you understand what that means. I work. I believe in what I'm doing. And somebody's going to love it. Some people may not. And the one that may not can't break me. You know what I'm saying? So get on board. There's Nothing to Fear podcast. Peace be with you guys. God with love. I'm out.
Welcome to Nothing to Fear podcast. I go by the name Chris Blanca Pro. I started this podcast to share my untold story, my truths, and my journey, and my close relationship to Jesus Christ. And I want you to create a life on your own terms. We always have a choice. This podcast is about career, hustle, perseverance, manifestation, fun, sport, entertainment, relationship goals, and